We've got Jack and K Boomfu going at it here now. Jack rocking the Millia? Or is this potentially different names? AJ Martinez.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Names are updating. Yeah, it's AJ Martinez on the Millia on the P1 side, and we've got Artorias on the Soul Bad Guy rocking P2. And already, again, just getting mixed for their life. Artorias does not have an easy bracket tonight.
Yeah, a lot of mixed characters getting some results tonight. Got the top out, got the pressure going, finds the low. One more situation, cross up with the turbo fall. Stealing the corner with that move is so dirty.
Yeah, it's definitely been, you know, a lot of Millias trying to go for that, you know, staying same side, going opposite side. They've been definitely having a lot of fun, build out the different types of schmicks. That was wild. The empty jump to end up on the opposite side. I've not seen that one yet today. And now, back on the offense, Artorias trying to stay plus.
Not bad, not bad. Fast Roman cancel to keep the pressure going. High octane, high speed, the way Soul Bad Guy would want it. Throw whiffs. AJ Martinez does not find the H-disc though. Trying to maneuver in the air.
Yeah, 5K anti-air. Still living in the game state. Daisuke Y.
Artorias is really willing to go for air-to-air challenges. Usually Millia is seen as like the queen of the air, right? You can go for 6 speeds, you can try and react to mix, but getting air-to-airs on her is kind of hard sometimes.
No punish?
Not afraid.
You die?
No
You die
punish.
for that. As long as...
Has to convert. There it is. Artorias does in fact find it.
Strong stuff. A little bit of spaghetti from both players there, but wow, already bursting, and it was off of a 2P.
And the pressure gets reestablished already. No, maybe not. AJ Martinez turning the corner with this air pressure. Disc reset, lets the pressure continue. Mirage has to reset.
Yeah, pins and needles only for a little bit. Artorias was still willing to challenge afterwards. Gets that 5K out. Close slashed for the counter hit, though. What did that Capel hit?
He's got big hair sometimes. Oh, Heavy Volcanic Viper does so much damage. 2K for the pickup. Gets the last little bit of damage that Artorias needed. Man, Soul does so much damage. I like, even by Strive standards, Soul does a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the toned down version, right?
Yeah.
Like on release, he did even so much more. So, also, it is Millia though. But I do want to say that Millia, not a tanky character. Like we're seeing the health bar kind of explode, but it wouldn't be doing that against, say, Nago or Gold Lewis or most of the other like meta type characters.
So shout out to whoever picked the music for the last round, going with the Anji plus R theme, which is a banger.
Close slash, trying to keep the corner control. Capel's back in? I think that was just because Artorias got the read. They were trying to jump out and just ran away.
Yeah, it's like an aerial shimmy, basically. Not really working out, but that's okay. AJ Martinez managing to fight out of the corner. The DP for Artorias in response, however. Oh, no! BRC just to get counter hit.
Wow.
But FD's the DP gets a big punish here.
Yeah, that was really awkward there for Artorias, just not being able to link the whole combo after getting the close slash counter hit, or far slash counter hit, excuse me.
Yeah, looking like a little bit of a gap left there by accident with a sloppy execution. That's okay, finds the round anyway. Also up on burst is Artorias. Surprising to see sometimes that you didn't have to spend a burst and still won the round. Just shows how strong of a round that was for Artorias.
One thing I'm seeing Artorias use a lot as well as the 6S, right? Yes. It is a very significantly adjusted normal in the last patch, so we did see a lot of Soul Bad Guys kind of swear off of it when they're opting for more 5H and things like that. But Artorias is just throwing it out willy-nilly.
Unfazed Counter-Strike going through for Artorias. So much damage again. This time the burst does come through for Martinez. Fast RC finds a low. Same side low is the mix. Has meter to convert this. Didn't need it yet. The DP gets interrupted by the Age Disc, and then the cross-up AJMartinez mixing this man into a round win.
Yeah, I mean, AJ was just really trying to get that burst out at the end. Didn't want to have Artorias with that in this final round here. But look at that, 1-2K immediately out, just trying to keep the tempo and in control. But AJMartinez able to still get out of the corner somewhat.
Looks like AJ is also adapting a little bit to Artorias, going for the air throws, but doesn't matter this time. Artorias finds the anti-air, gets the corner pressure, and the wild throw takes like 20% life.
It is Millia. Like,
it is Millia.
For. So Millia definitely exploding there right at the end, and it's always good to see a wild throw come out. You always love to see that. And it works too. That's the impressive part.
That throw is absolutely pulling its weight, if you know what I mean. Talk about that in a bit. Round 3 here. Artorias 1 away from going into the winners finals. AJ needs to make it happen here. Already put in the corner.
And now you get a block. Right?
Yeah, blocking against Soul is spooky.
And it's, again, another scenario where you don't have a meterless reversal out, so you do have to just play good, solid defense. And you can take advantage of the movement that Millia has, you know, super jumping, using Capel, things like that, but one touch and you're losing at least 30%. At best.
I think it's a handful of 2, maybe at most 3 touch rounds back-to-back for Artorias. Same side high. AJ gets the parry into the corner. Capel, I think that makes a safe jump for the JD. Artorias down to 45, but we've seen how little that really matters. You got to get a lot of hits onto Soul as the Millia to make it happen. But the positive bonus may help out with that. Just a little bit overhead. One more touch. Blocks the mix.
Yeah, he makes it again, though. And it's the perfect, too. So really solid stuff. Didn't even block at all that round. But now we're heading into this final round here. Artorias still on set point and has burst available.
Yeah, Artorias whipping the 6S there. And AJ saw the opportunity, dashed in to try and punish, but Artorias was able to keep the space, recovered quickly enough, builds just enough meter. Heavy Volcanic Viper, 5K into the dust loop. One more hit, not gonna be enough.
And I don't see how Millia comes back from this. Like, you can get mixed 4 times, maybe 7 times as the sole bad guy right here. See?
Oh, the 2P, the BRC in, trying to create some plus frames, but didn't have any block stun to work with, so Artorias is free to throw out that quick very well. And he's a great player, so I have every faith that they can make it happen, and from what you're saying, sounds like it's been happening, but like you called, not going to opt into the mirror, going to the soul.
Yeah, I mean, the mirror is just hellish for newer players to the character, right? Because there's so much to pay attention to already, and now you got to double it because you also have to pay attention to your opponents. So it's a lot to deal with on the mental stack, and it's just tough to grind out between curse dodging and crouch blocking and FDing. So you play the bad guy, you got thrown out of your TP, and we'll see you in the next round.
Yep, Jack found 2 DPs to throw that round. Really, really good reads. Mike Saptig, a well-known rock thrower on occasion, likes to let it rip. Jack calling it out hardcore in the very first round after absolutely no representation from Mike Saptig one way or the other. I love the confidence.
Jack again pulling out the clone, trying to go for the PRC shenanigans. Oh, Mike misreading the range that they were at. I love the call. Just wish they were a bit closer. Are we going to go through the wall? Yeah, we are.
Sometimes you live by the run-up DP, sometimes you die by the run-up DP. I have a feeling it's not the last we'll see of it this set, and I, for one, love that for Mike. Don't love this situation, though. Jack got the curse apply. Never mind! I spoke too soon. Okay.
They went for the red RC too, but they were actually max distance away, so they weren't able to connect it. And you saw that's why they just went for the jump over. But Happy Chaos is gonna grab you for it, so you gotta be careful. It's dangerous out here.
Yeah, that was a fun round to watch for me. It was a very read-based round. Jack getting a lot of good reads there on what Mike Saptig's trying to plan out, especially in RPSing around the DPs. So Mike Saptig going to have to try and Maybe mix that up a little bit. Maybe stick to his guns. You never know. We'll see.
Yeah, it wouldn't be unusual for Mike to swap either, but we have seen Soul win the matchup tonight, so we know it's doable, and if anybody's going to win it, it's Mike Safdie, right? I mean, they've had to play against the likes of MJ Carrasa for months now. They know this matchup. They've played it a billion times. They just got to do it, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, exactly. They're those signature just defense coming out of Mike Safdie as well. One of those players that makes, in my opinion, the most use out of that mechanic in North America. But Jack putting on a clinic here of how to keep a rushdown Shoto out, doing such a good job keeping that spacing, challenging the approach of the 2K 2D, finding a round win.
Tried to get in there with the revolver, and they got the first hit, but the grab came through, and back through the wall we go. This is not looking great for Mike. Able to close the gap a little bit. Curse applied. 5K.
Here we go again. Jack just winning out on these RPSs. Makes it really hard for Mike to get anything going. Jack has the resources available. Gonna need to reload pretty soon here, but can carry to the wall first. Deus Ex gonna get the bullets back. Gonna get the unscaled wall damage. Gonna get the win. 2-0, pretty quick for Jack. And you said it a second ago, Mike Safdie does have a willingness to switch up the character selection in the middle of a set. Wondering if we're going to see something different.
Yeah, I mean, right now the Soul Bad guy just isn't really working. And on my screen, I can see that he has made a character swap, is going to be going for the Happy Chaos mirror, whether they like it or not. So let's see what we can get done this time. And this matchup is just hard, right?
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Sharing a brain cell, going for the curse, one side apiece. Mike Safdie playing Soul Bad Guy Happy Chaos, running in Jack's face. Love to see it. Curse traded again. Just Defense coming out for Jack here now. Mix-up comes through, Jack getting some momentum, doesn't get the BRC instant overhead, but gets the overhead to land afterward. Mike forced to burst. Good backdash from Mike, but the air throw for Jack.
Now back in the corner. Oh, the backdash was such a smart idea, but again, that BRC overhead shenanigans working out for Jack. Grabs the roll through as well, and Mike Safdie with nowhere left to go. Back against the wall, FDing their life away.
That's when you just sit in the back of the bus, laugh to yourself, say, I'm in danger, and hope you get the next round. And Jack already off to a strong start. Roll through, hard knockdown number 2. Just 10 seconds into the match. Safdie already down to 45% life lost, make it 50. There we go.
I broke it, sorry.
These things happen. Look, TLing is difficult work. We got 100 meter to work with. This should kill. It does. Jack going into winners finals against Artorias. Going to be another Soul versus Happy Chaos match.
Artorias on the P2 side. Jack on the P1. Let's see if Jack can beat Soul Bad Guy where their counterpart could not. And vice versa.
Very dominating fashion last round. Looking to be just as good this round. Artorias already down to half health. 5K on the challenge during the bullet reload, though, does reset back to neutral, which is better than the corner, but still not a great position. The burst too high in the air doesn't land. You're dead, and also your burst meter is super low going into the next round. A really unfortunate situation.
And in reality, unless you're actively hitting Happy Chaos, it's a bad position to be in, right? Because he can shoot you, he can roll through, and you know, we saw Jack actually utilizing the throw to beat the Happy Chaos roll. That is something that we've been seeing slightly pop up now, taking full advantage of the 2-frame reversal option or defensive option. That said, it is so fast, it is not that easy to do. So we don't see a lot of players being able to do it consistently. We did see the concentration run out there for Jack, but able to go for a bit of a brain blast to bring it all back. And just like that, taking the game.
Jack is on point tonight. That is another extremely dominant round coming out in their favor. Artorias, I can't even really say they did anything particularly wrong. It was just sort of the Jack show the whole way through. And to see what adjustments can be made here for Artorias. Round start was looking okay. Kind of hard to challenge someone who just chooses to jump backwards and throw a ball of bad juju your way.
Now, definitely have to make the comeback happen again. We are back against the wall, getting caught down low.
Jack finds the concentration and also the super resources, both full grips, one in each hand. Knockdown, runs up with a 2S, runs up with a tap dust. Artorias trying to FD out, but doesn't quite find it. There's just too many options. Happy Chaos can represent that scenario. Perfect comes through. Artorias didn't even have room to boast in that round.
And it is just kind of that way, right? Like, the longer range characters, as we see here with Happy Chaos, Bridget, Axel, like, a lot of their combos and things are just inherently burst proof because they're nowhere near you. So they always are gonna they're not gonna be in range for the burst to actually connect. So it's tough.
Blocking the end jump. Trying to FD out, almost out of meter though. Once again, this is as close to checkmate as it gets. But Artorias just about found a way out, but Jack playing patiently, allowing the space to develop so he could play that strong Happy Chaos neutral without losing too much ground. Decides, you know what?
And so far, doesn't look like it's going to quite happen.
Yeah, 2-0 for Jack pretty quickly and pretty dominantly, too. And it's not like Artorias can't make this happen, but it is a bit of a struggle so far. We're having a bit of a rough run for our Guilty Gear protagonist here tonight.
Yeah, it is just kind of how the game rolls. 2K2B gets the knockdown, 6S to keep the applying pressure, and oh man, Artorias trying to get that 5K anti-air, not going to work out, and again, big swings coming out from the sole bad guy player, just getting beaten out by this faster 2K.
Full grip of meter, finds the Deus Ex, is going to be enough damage? I think it should be, no, not quite. Guts coming through, scaled starter coming through, curse applied though. It's going to be really hard to avoid going down here. Your FD meter's all gone. Run him down with the iron in hand. One more for Jack to make his way to grand finals.
Yeah, I mean, the end of that round was almost preordained at that point. We had 100 tension in Jack's pocket, basically full ammo, full meter. They had everything going for them. Get the slump coming through. Hold this mix, hold this dash cancel, and oh no, you got caught again. Watch out for the head. Slump.
Pressure coming through. FD.
Nice tech.
Throw. As close to a reset as you're gonna get, but not happening. Counter hit. Okay, couldn't convert fully.
What?
Concentration black. Only one bullet, no meter. Artorias gets out.
Nice preemptive 6P there, even though it didn't hit anything, and just like that, you got shot.
It's rough. It's rough. The cross-through roll is not quite reactable. You have to be looking for it and also have a read in order to throw it, depending on the spacing. If they're spaced out, has a little bit more time, and you can balance Nagoriyuki also. All right, we're going to a game. We'll talk about it later. Mike Safdie, StrippedChicken. We got the Soul Mirror. Interesting that Mike is going for the Soul instead of the Happy Chaos in this one.
I think it kind of makes sense. This is probably a matchup he's played even more than the Happy Chaos matchup, just because from release this character's been strong. So he definitely knows the tools that Happy Chaos has to watch out for, whereas he's just getting run over like a truck.
I think also there's another part that a lot of players will play a character they want to play and want to learn in winner's side, and then switch to their best character on loser's side.
Yep.
I know LK did that a lot when he was learning Viken. Would play Viken winner side and Millia, or Viken depending on the matchup loser side. I think he did that at Summer Jam where I was when he was first picking up Viken.
Yep.
Mike Saptic fighting back really strong here though.
Oh, the tap dust pushed too far away thanks to the FD, but again, spacing shenanigans working out there that time from Mike Saptic. Going to be able to take the round, and let's see what can happen, right? Both players have burst available. First blood going over to StrippedChicken.
Here we see the grounded base neutrals that these Guilty Gear is known for. Mike Saptic getting blown up a little bit, trying to blow up the response.
Nice challenge out with the 5K too. Again, 3 frames, fastest normal in the game. Definitely a good reversal option on Wake Up, and you just got crushed. Oh, misses the wild throw.
The backdash into the counter hit. Meter's getting thrown around. 5K finds the challenge, carries it to the corner.
Again!
The backdap! Mike Saptic gets to fight back. Finds the DP, has to RC it. One more hit apiece.
Yeah, next hit wins. And that will not be enough. Okay.
He didn't let it rip, but there it is. The RC gets a fireball, gets a dust. Overhead clips him, takes him with that one last hit Mike was looking for, 1-0. That was a fun round. That was a lot of Guilty Gear happened there.
Yeah, it is a lot to pay attention to. And it's just a soul mirror, right? They're both flying at each other, pushing a million buttons. Yep. And we saw 4 wild throw attempts there from StrippedChicken, I think. And 2 of them were successful, I believe. No, 1 of them was successful. And it was the round winner. It is a lot to pay attention to when you already have the RCs and everything flying at you.
Definitely. And it's really hard to confirm in those situations too. Like we saw Mike Saptic actually had the win with the Bandit Revolver, but didn't let hit number 2 rock, didn't believe. So counter hit coming out from the very beginning though is going to be a really good start for Mike Saptic, throwing StrippedChicken into the corner, but nope, that aerial mobility Soul has available to him. It just ends up with him back in the other corner.
Holding the wall, not going to get splatted just yet, and the empty gun flame baits out a response, and oh, you're still alive. Oh no. What?
Not gonna burst. Good choice. You still have plenty of game to play here. Finds the 2K 2D, challenges the run up. Mike Saptic, very explosive round. StrippedChicken fought valiantly out of the corner, but Soul Bad Guy is very adept at challenging those aerial escapes.
Especially his own, right? Like, he's got the tools to fight a lot of the cast, especially himself. Back to the corner we go. P2 side this time. Nice challenge with the RC, but you picked the wrong button to challenge with. Close slash connects with the counter. Oh, StrippedChicken finally in control again. And just like that, it's gone.
This is so back and forth. RC has to get spent. Mike Saptic has a turn.
Mike backdashing there was so risky. You saw the 5K come out from Stripped and just barely whiffing. Fast RC goes low.
Could have had the round there, I think, with enough damage with the meter. Didn't find the whiff punish, though, on the wild throw. StrippedChicken gets the round. We're going to have a burst each this round. Neutral goes in the way of Mike Saptic, finds a hard knockdown, gets the safe jump. This is the adaptation both of them have shown this round. Going for safe jumps instead of meaties, because they both represented DPs on Wake Up more than once.
And that's Soul Bad Guy, right? They got the DP. You know you're going to have to deal with it eventually. 100 tension on the side of Mike Saptic. Dodges out on the throw again. Why are you reaching? StrippedChicken playing this like Street Fighter. Gets the knockdown. Can't quite make it out of the corner though. And Mike still pulls the trigger.
Yeah, Mike went for a baited burst there, but StrippedChicken didn't go for it. That's an RPS option. Mike in trouble now. The fast RC into the low. StrippedChicken has to play RPS around the burst. Mike drifts backwards with the PRC. Avoid the RPS entirely. Can either confirm that they did not burst and go in and hit them, confirm that they did. Take your time. Walk up kindly. Punch them in the mouth. Take a round.
That puts them 2-0 in the lead currently. And looking to, find themselves in that losers finals. They are not willing to go out of tonight's tournament just yet.
You want to know something fucked up?
What's
in
up?
our top 6, it is Happy Chaos and Soul, and then a singular Millia. Otherwise, it is entirely HC and Soul.
I was like, our top 4 is just Soul and Happy Chaos.
Yep, that it is.
Even, well, I guess everything under that is Soul, Happy Chaos, right? Because we got Soul Bad Guy Mirror for the match after this as well. Because Artorias is going to be rocking the Soul Bad Guy, and then the King of the Souls gets to play against the King of the Chaos.
The King of the Chaos is a hell of a title. I like that one.
That's a good tournament name. Nobody steal that.
Yeah, we're gonna copyright that. Copyright.
Oh no!
Tweet him.
No burst. I respect it. Definitely need to be holding on to that for the next round. Mike made it burst safe anyway.
Yeah, for sure. You hold the L. You say, I'm gonna need this. I'm not gonna spend this. It's gonna serve me well. Looking like it's gonna get doing something pretty soon here. Mike Saftig already pushing Strip into the corner. Whiffs a throw. Mike is getting so much damage here, even after the burst. Strip is in a negative situation. Heavy Mob Cemetery.
Oh, no! I thought he had it.
Only if I wanted it back.
Mike is the only Soul I think I've ever seen hit it, and just like that, he hits him with a different throw of a more wild variety. And that is going to be the 3-0 for Mike Saftig to secure losers finals.
Yeah, very.
Just like that, chat, we're back into the action. We got Mike Saftig versus Artorias. Soul Bad Guy Mirror again on the screen. And let's rock.
Yep, Mike on his signature pink. Both players going for a little bit of footsies action, backing up around start. Not willing to get counter hit into infinity damage. Mike getting the knockdown. Baits out the DP with the shimmy. Artorias forced to burst. Mike back in control with the RC, but just like that, Artorias gets a turn of his own.
Yeah, went for a bit of an air-to-air. I think that might have been an unfortunate misinput there, but either way, take him to the corner. 6S just clips him. And look at that, the far/anti-air of all things. Fapner plus friends.
One more touch, doesn't RC, there it is. Walks up, looks like he was baiting a throw tech. Finds the air-to-air on the JH, closes a round out. Back and forth already between these two. It was spaghetti is what it was.
I'd be kind of tight if I was Artorias, right? Like, you're going up in the air to challenge, and you just get clipped by the wind of the gun blades swinging fly by you.
Yeah. You know what? We take those though. Artorias out in control right now. Mike Saftig trying to use that air mobility to get out of it. Gets out of the corner with a jump out into a DP. Finds control, tries to shimmy. Nothing finding here yet though. Artorias stepping up. Has the RC available, doesn't spend it, uses it for the mix. One more hit, finds the wall stick, Fafnir to the wall break, one apiece.
Nice little comeback there from Artorias, making sure that they aren't shut out this time. And look at this, back to neutral, back to some smart play. Uses the bringer to get in, already slowly pushing Artorias back to the wall though. He just grabs him out of the DP. Oh, and you're reaching!
Looks like he went for a attack, did not find it. Mike gets an easy 80% down on Artorias, but Artorias just like that, challenging, does not find it though.
Man.
BRC tries to bait the burst, Artorias doesn't bite, spends it on the next one, but the 5K anti-air, Mike Saftig out 1-0 over Artorias. Mike's really favoring the shimmies on Wake Up. Interesting to watch how Artorias is going to try and play around that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been really interesting because his last two opponents have gone for it, right? Like, it's not very often you see a lot of techs like that in Guilty Gear in general because of the 37 frames of recovery. Like, if you go for the tech, you get obliterated. And especially with the changes to the Red RC, now they've removed the fact that it scales combos, so there's no scaling on Red RC anymore. If your opponent has any tension, that throw tech costs you at least 70%.
Ooh, Mike can't quite convert, didn't have the spacing for the 2H. Artorias baiting DPs as well, trying to play around them, does not find it, so Mike gets a turn, but Artorias finds it again. burst, baited with the RC drift back, just delays it.
Oh, but mistimes the meaty Fafnir and gets punished for it. Gets out and hello?
What was that?
I've never seen that.
Artorias and Mike Saptic's far slash somehow hit him out of it. I do not know how that happened. Walk up, throw, nice, calm, collected Mike Saptic halfway to victory. There's a lot of really unfortunate Gatalinks coming through here with a close slash lands. The next one doesn't. Feels bad. This is a wall slump setup. Mike just got hit off the free though.
Yeah, interesting that they went for the jump mix like that. But burst stayed strong. Not going to use it this round. And again, we're finding ourselves in a third round of game 2 here. Both Soul players getting one apiece and making sure that they're not going down without a fight. Huge 5H coming through there.
And the 5H wall bounce coming into great effect there. This could be a lot of damage for Artorias. Has that RC, doesn't spend it. Chooses the positioning. The Bandit Revolver has so little recovery. Mike's feeling free to use that as a mobility option. The DP challenges the Fafnir, baits out the burst. Doesn't have enough meter, doesn't have enough damage. One more touch for either of these players will do it. Depending on the burst for Mike.
Oh no, it just the combo! Or burst bait or something, I don't know. And then, yep, tap dust to close it out. Mike takes the lead 2-0 currently.
And that tap dust was dangerous. He did not have meter to cover himself if it was blocked. Tap dust is not advantageous on block. It is gonna be a problem if it was responded to correctly. But ends up closing the round out instead. He did have burst to cover himself though if he was in the middle of a combo, so could force at least one more interaction around that RPS if it didn't land, so not totally unsafe, had a backup plan. Mike Saptic 2-0 now, one more for the run back against Jack.
And then, like we said, we get to find out who is the final boss.
Do it again.
Okay, I would. I'm surprised they didn't DP on his wake up either. Again, the 5H. Again, I said it earlier, the 5H has become the leader here for Soul Bad Guys since the 6S nerf, and you can just see how much you get out of it when it does finally connect. And yeah, you still have usages for the 6S as Mike closes the round out with it, but the 5H bombos just do so much.
And Mike's pickup there after the fireball with the 2K to close the round out is really slick. It's not an easy link to make happen.
No, he's done it a couple times too. In the earlier set, he did the 2K link to get the wall splat to close out a round. And I remember Mike was one of the first Soul Bad Guys to really try and take advantage of the fireball buffs that came through this patch. But right now, definitely getting cooked in the corner by said fireball.
Well, I think Artorias could have killed there if he used the super. Maybe a little bit of misinput there, but that's okay. Has the meter behind him in a second. There it is. Artorias still has his burst. Drops the combo uncharacteristic for Mike Saptic, but again, we're finding that the CS is landing, but we're not willing to let it rip to close it out. Doesn't matter though. Artorias does find another touch on Mike Saptic, though. Out to the beginning, forces the burst out already.
Mike will get their burst back here, so they'll get a chance to play defensive of their own, but right now, back against the wall, gets flipped by that 5H. Regular throw. Nice tech. Again, so scary.
Yep. Artorias read the jump out, went for an air throw, but a little late on it. Mike's have to tick throw off of the Bandit Revolver.
Artorias does not have a defensive option here.
He does have meter. He has enough to make something burst safe. Oh, we expected Mike to go for the burst. Mike has to spend meter to BRC out of the air.
Plus frames.
Tapping for plus frames.
And to close it out, he hits him with the wild throw. The Madman holding strong to take it and secures the grand final spot. You been here for a while now, waiting for their turn to play video games. They are gonna get their turn, and right now they are getting rushed.
Yeah, already out to such a big life lead. Hit trade. PRC to keep a 6H safe into the DP.
Oh, wild throw!
A backdash incident.
Can't keep safe there. No RC to cancel out on the Bandit Revolver. Now you gotta block the Happy Chaos shenanigans. How can Mike get out? They've been troubled here before.
Jack going for the BRC tech a couple times there, lands it once.
Oh no!
Keeps him safe. I think this is a wall slump. Yes, it is.
Ran out of concentration though. And there it is, danger application now. That hits! That hits! You're done! You tried to get that shit! Get away! Hold that!
Bunch, give me the clip. Give me the clip. A heavy mob cemetery lands Mike Slapdig, the wild man we were talking about a minute ago. And Jack has burst now, so has a way out of this if it happens again. You did mention there was one concentration management problem last round. Jack had to tighten that up a little bit. Having a few of those meter management problems over the course of the bracket. Mike Slapdig taking advantage now. Using that mid dispensing to try and make something happen. Walk up the round.
Oh, backdash, BRC. Come on, Daisuke. That can't be in the vision. Not like this. Oh, but the backdash. You're teching again. Can't stay safe. Has to burst for tempo.
And there's that confirm we didn't see in previous rounds. The close slash did connect. Mike Slapdig let the far slash into the heavy slash rock. Closes out the round just on that simple strike pressure. I really like the way this is going so far. Mike is clearly playing very comfortably, and Jack, I think, probably just needs a little bit of time to warm back up, get back up to Mike's level, and I think we're going to be in for a really great set.
Yeah, now this is grand finals. It's still first to 3, but Mike has to win 2 first to 3 sets to be tonight's champion, which is a lot of Happy Chaos, right? We have the potential of 10 games between these two players. He just 6P'd Fafnir.
Oh my god, both of these players playing so confidently. Mike Slapdig going for the Bandit Bringer straight into the DP, saying, you try and punish me? I don't think so, but Jack making it happen, converted into the Deus Ex for the wall break. Gets that hard knockdown, gets to run whatever he wants, looking for a curse. No, he's going for Oki. Goes straight to the corner.
Has to hold this defense, cannot quite do it. That'll do it, actually. That'll be more than enough damage to close out the round. And taking full advantage of the RC shenanigans that Happy Chaos can play with.
Yeah, very impressive way to ride a wall break into victory. Just immediately went for more pressure, threw Slapdig into the corner as fast as he could. Started running that Happy Chaos pressure that's so fighting. Now we see Happy Chaos control from the other angle, going for that zoning approach. Nope, walking in, tap dust. Out of bullets, couldn't keep it safe, and Mike Slapdig assumed it would be, didn't punish appropriately. Gets to run up, gets to run a lot of pressure here, though. Jack cannot find a place to refill those bullets. This is really dangerous.
Got one. Gets a couple more, and that is the most dangerous situation that Jack will probably find themselves in. You know, concentration, it's one thing to run out of that. It'll come back on its own. Bullets, though, those are a finite resource in every sense of the word, and Mike able to close out the round.
That was a counter hit combo for Mike, the BRC into the counter hit 5K. He got the dash cancel out of the 5K, which I believe is only confirmable out of the counter hit. Uses the BRC for the extra thing advantage. Doesn't matter in this round, though. Jack's out to a big lead.
And notice that Jack pushed through for the positive bonus. They want to be able to just rotate through all of these overdrives. And this should kill. No. Yeah, I was going to say, shouldn't kill. So using both... So using both the Brain Blast and the Deus Ex is a little tough because you're out of that tension. But if you don't have concentration, you can't Deus Ex. So kind of have to do one into the other.
And this is what I expect to see for the rest of the bracket. Very close back and forth. Both of these people able to pull out some really, really nasty stuff. The jump, looking like it was going to be an empty jump coming out of Jack at the end there, finding the bullet on the landing just to kind of punish Mike going for something at the round start reset position. Very, very strong ability for Happy Chaos to be able to just throw out a little bit of damage wherever you need it. One apiece here in the first setting rounds. 2S counter hit starts off for Jack, and this is oh, that feels bad.
That's something we saw the first time these two met as well, was Mike just not able to get the timing right, is just getting punched up for it again as well. And with the full empty burst bar, he might not actually get another one this round, this game.
And not quite dead, though. Still needs one more hit, but this is an easy win condition path for Jack. Zone him out. You've got enough meter to go for Brain Blast. There it is. Come pull up 2S. Cover yourself with the shot into the steady aim if you need it, but in this case, just take the win. Mike Satchel getting the counter hit of round start. The 2S counter hit, Jack forced to burst. That was going to be way too much damage without it.
Wow, the curse just barely hitting at the end of its lollipop means that Mike has to deal with it. Nice little DP. Is the air version, though. He's able to get the big starter here. No burst available, so you are going to be stuck here. And that was crazy.
No
DP,
swag
PRC, and it killed, too, right? You can't always say that for a swag combo.
Yeah, and something we're noticing here is Jack is really favoring backdashes on Wake Up, and Mike is doing a lot of adapting to that. Lots more strike pressure, just beauties, nothing really fancy, no safe jumps, no like baiting throws or shimmies coming out. Jack doesn't have a DP available, so this is something that's just really available to Mike, especially given that Jack is favoring those backdashes. Like that right there, Mike reads it, punches him through the glass, gets another one on the board for himself.
Mike 2-1 now. And you're right, the reads on these backdashes could not have come at a better time. It was killing Mike a lot earlier. Not only were they getting beat out by these backdashes, but they weren't finding the offense as much as they are right now either. And so when you're spending the entire round blocking Happy Chaos, they're gonna win. Like, that's just how the game plays. So to see Mike on the offensive here is playing a lot more, not only to the bad guy's playstyle, but to Mike's playstyle. And it's kind of starting to get to Jack, where, you know, they had that nice game too, but their defense is getting read a bit more, their openings are being exploited a bit more, and, you know, right now, they're already cashing out through Deus Ex. And that's not even going to wall break.
Is going to set up a favorable position, though. Okay, chooses to go in, throw, safe jump with the JD, get the corner pressure, giving a little bit of space in case a DP comes through. I'm looking for a throw. For a tick rolling through. Nope, goes for the Brain Blast to keep the concentration up. This is a quasi-infinite in the corner if your execution is on point, and Jack seals it up with the 2S.
Yeah, Mike's not the only one that can beat out backdash on defense. Does get thrown back to the P2 corner as well. Backdash is so scary, especially against Happy Chaos, willing to shoot you. He's going to get in there with the revolver. Empty gun flame, catches the backdash again. But oh no, Mike, what are you doing?
He's got to pull up. Ooh, he tried to pull up a bit too hard. Went for the DP. Now Jack has a full grip of meter.
That should be enough.
You can ask for it. Has unscaled ball break damage. I think you're right.
No! The slimmest of pixels. Now, yes. All right. I was gonna say it is, you know, Happy Chaos, or it is Happy Chaos Soul Bad Guys, so it could have gone differently, but Chip is a thing in this game, both as a character and as a mechanic.
That was a real good round from both of them. I like Mike choosing to represent backdash and wake up of his own, something we haven't seen out of him much until that point in the set. Not a lot of DP usage on wake up. It's been a lot of trying to escape with movement, a lot of trying to escape with challenges, not a lot of trying to escape backdashes, or DP.
So, final game of the first potential set here in this grand finals. Winner here determines where we go next, if it's nowhere or if it's into another set.
Choose your own adventure bracket edition. Jack enforcing plus turns to BRC. Throw tech comes out from Mike. Buys himself some space, jumps over the curse, and can't find the second one.
That was so risky. Trying to do the run up 6H is just going to get beat out there by anything simple. 6H connects that time as a counter hit. We're going coast to coast, guaranteed. Goes for a little bit of the Bandit Revolver, trying to keep the tempo and the damage. The damage.
Jack, you can't keep backdashing like this. Mike has found so many round closes after that.
It wasn't a real backdash, but we still take those. The curse does count in a lot of ways. Now you're just blocking. right? Happy Chaos is not made for blocking. Tempo Burst, that's risky. But Mike, full steam ahead. Counter hits.
Reads the throw attempt. That is something Mike loves to go for. Be a full conversion, I think. Yes, indeed. Has the bar for the Deus Ex. Gonna get a safe jump off this. Needs to win this round in order to keep his winning of a tournament alive. That's reapplied. There it is. That's going to be enough meter.
And it's going to go through the wall again? Oh, no.
Damage, though? Dropped, but Mike didn't know it was going to drop. He dropped off the wall, wasn't blocking, gets caught by the Deus Ex anyway. That feels so bad. Jack on tournament point now.
Yeah, I mean, it reset the scaling, which is just horrible for Mike. And already off to a rough start here. Mike having to block. Roll stays in front. Gets caught by the fast RC, though. 2S, again, the demon of a Guilty Gear player. And Jack is in full control.
He's finding knockdowns. He's got a super. I don't think this should kill, but is it gonna be enough? No! Mike has a sliver of health, a bar of meter, a hope and a dream. Jack's getting he couldn't get the concentration up though. A little bit of meter mismanagement, reads the burst and closes it out with a 6K. Jack is going to be your winner for Casa Guilty Gear Strive number 30.
Any of these counter pokes that Itachi's Legacy is throwing out. Wow, the patience to wait for the kite, but still comes down with a button. Does Itachi's Legacy? Are we going to stay same side? Yes, we are. We're going to go for the throw on the reset. A second throw? That was going to be 3.
Yes. You always go for 3.